Hi, and welcome to Chicago Style Eats, the show where we talk about and sample foods made in or made famous by Chicago. I'm Tony.
And I'm Stephanie. And in this episode, we head back to Beverly to sample the Stenger, a unique meatball sandwich served at Calabria Imports. You may recall our Chicago Style Eats Season 1 visit to Calabria Imports for episode 13, the Freddy. While sampling the Freddy there, we saw their menu board full of original sandwich creations and decided we have to come back. The Calabria Imports website links a YouTube clip of Chicago's Best, a show that ran on WGN TV from 2010 to 2021, in an episode that featured their shop and the Stenger.
So what's so special about the Stenger? I mean, it's a meatball sandwich. You can't possibly improve on that, right? Wrong. Your typical meatball sandwich is a hefty, messy handful. You usually got your balls covered in sauce and squeezed between your buns. When you bite one end, your balls might fall out the other end or flop out the side. At Calabria's, they don't make your typical meatball sandwich. They make the Stenger by toasting the outside of the roll with a garlic butter spread, cutting it in half, and stuffing the soft bread inside each end of the sandwich roll down to the bottom and filling that hole with their own house-made meatballs, their own spaghetti sauce, and mozzarella with a sprinkle of Parmesan on the end.
We had hoped to have a chat with the owner of Calabria Imports, but we wandered in the middle of Palooza, a weekend festival celebrating the neighborhood's businesses with music and fun. Calabria Imports was buzzing with customers and music fans grooving to some smooth jazz by a group whose name we didn't catch. If you were there and know their name, let us know in the comments section. So we took a seat and had a taste of the Stenger. It smells so good. Oh, it's very, very tasty. And you definitely pick up the garlic butter from the outside. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah?
That's really good. I think the garlic butter on the outside really adds to it. Really adds to the flavor. And I like that there's some crunch.
Mm-hmm. So it's toasted?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome homemade chips with the potato spiraler. They make their own homemade chips. Very tasty. We were inspired by Calabria Imports, so we decided to make our own version of the Stenger. They sell their sandwich bread by the loaf, so we got one of those and brought it home. That limp dick thing.
So we
use meat cubes.
We are meat cubes, and let's tell them about our meat cubes.
So even though Tony is Italian and I'm not, I find it much easier, instead of rolling out the meatballs and frying them or whatever your way of making meatballs, although we have done that on several occasions. I find it easier, and you're gonna think I'm nuts. We use the same recipe for meatloaf and meatballs. So we make the meatloaf, and then we slice the meatloaf up, and we make meat cubes. And then those are our meatballs, but instead they're square or rectangular shaped.
Cubes.
Shaped. Yeah, so it's much easier to do than, it's much more time saving.
Yeah, and then there's our tomato sauce.
Oh, the tomato sauce,
whatever you want to call it.
So the tomato sauce that we use more often than not is Marcella Hazan's Simple Sauce. It only has 4 ingredients. And first ingredient is a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, from Italy. So it has to be DPO from Italy. And then you put that in a pot. You cut an onion in half so that it's covered, and you throw it in there and it's covered by the tomato sauce. You put in 5 tablespoons of butter. I added garlic this time also, and then some salt. And you just let that simmer on the stove for a few hours, basically until the onion is soft. And that's the sauce we use. But we do something a little bit different. We make that before we make the meatloaf. We take the onion out. This onion has been simmering in this tomato sauce. And we cut that up and put those onions in our meatloaf meat cubes.
Chop up the onion after it's cooked all that time.
So now we've got our tomato sauce with no onions, and we took the garlic out too. And so it's just a basic, simple tomato sauce.
Yeah, it's, I grew up, my mom, who was not Italian, made my grandmother's, who was Italian, Sunday gravy. She had the recipe, and it was, growing up, the best thing ever.
And I can't seem to replicate it.
We can't.
I don't try.
Nobody can. My sisters couldn't do it, and nobody. But this tomato, what's her name?
Marcella Hazan, simple sauce.
It is so good. It's not the same as my mom's, but it is so simple and so good. And so anyway.
It's really quite easy. And then it provides us with flavorful onions to put in our meatloaf, which then becomes our meat cubes.
Yep.
And
so then we use the bread that we bought at Calabria's yesterday, and we cut off the each end.
This thing is huge.
Oh yeah,
it's this long.
And we cut off each end so that we have the
end.
What do you call that? The butt, whatever. To stuff down in there, and now we made our own stingers. Yeah. A little bit different from the way they do it. We added we put mozzarella cheese in between.
Yeah, we layered our cheese instead of just one time.
And with that Marcella Hazan,
simple
I got it that time. With that sauce, and we toasted it with the garlic. It was really good. I mean, probably not the same as Calabria Imports, but it was. I mean, feed that to your family.
For our first time ever doing it, we needed to just be more daring and really shove the dough down to the bottom. I was nervous I was going to break through the sides with the tongs. So,
but yeah, it was
very tasty.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad.
It was very toasted.
This is delicious.
So you'll find Calabria Imports at 1905 West 103rd Street in the Beverly neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. So get yourself there, get yourself a Stenger or any one of their many original sandwich creations, and enjoy!
Coming up on the next Chicago Style Eats. In 1903, farmers Joseph and Lucia Napolitano left their home in Nocera Inferiore near Naples. In their travel trunk was a handful of seeds from a sweet pepper plant known as frigitelli.
The delicious peppers, unique to the Napolitano farm, were of particular interest to their neighbors. So Joseph made deals with some. Enjoy these frigitelli, but save the seeds and bring them back to me. I will plant those seeds, and in return, next season I will give you a whole bushel of them.
If you like this episode, click the thumbs up icon below. Don't like it? Let us know in the comments what might make it better. Want to see more Chicago-style eats? Click the subscribe button below so you can get an alert each time we drop a new episode. Don't know what the heck we're doing? Click on the end screen or the link in the description below to see our intro video. Thanks for watching.